Hi. In this video, we'll see what are ERP softwares. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. What exactly are they? It is a software system that integrates various business processes and functionalities within an organization into a centralized system. ERP systems are designed to streamline and automate processes across departments such as finance, HR, supply chain, manufacturing, CRM, and many more. So basically, what is ERP? ERP is a software which centralizes all the business processes. All the business processes, meaning there might be accounting or HR or CRM, procurement, all the different business processes will be centralized into one software. So that is ERP. To understand what's the need of ERP, we have to understand how exactly it came into existence. So basically, ERP was designed for a manufacturing industry. Basically, in 1970, material resource planning system was emerged. MRP system focuses primarily on managing and planning the manufacturing processes, which includes BOM and material inventory levels, etc., including inventory control and production scheduling. This system helps organization optimize their material requirement and streamline their manufacturing operations. So basically, um, in manufacturing, it involves a lot of steps where you have to know the inventory for each manufacturing item, and based on the manufacturing quantity, you have to plan the inventory level, procurement pipeline, etc. To manage all these processes, MRP was invented in 1970. Then, as technology advanced, MRP system evolved into manufacturing resource planning, that is MRP2, in 1980s. The term ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, was coined in 1990 to describe the next generation of integrated systems that went beyond MRP2. ERP systems were designed to integrate all core business functionalities and processes into single system. So basically, MRP was more focused on manufacturing industries, which was planning all the inventory and procurement, sales, etc. Basically, production planning. But then ERP was invented to also include different aspects of the business. So in order to have a smooth running manufacturing unit, you also need accounting, HR, that is basically manpower management, etc., in place. So ERP was including all these different business areas. uh, Difficulties faced by industry without ERP. Now still, new industry or small scale industry do face this. So basically, when there is no ERP system, either they'll use different softwares to store different areas of their business, or to manage different areas of their business, or they'll also use spreadsheets if it is really small business. So first one will be lack of planning, inaccurate scheduling. So basically, the company, or the operation people doesn't have the full picture of the data. They don't have the full access to data such as business operations, production scheduling, or deliveries, or sales. Um, so when they don't have the full access to the data, uh, it's very hard for sales forecasting and inventory level management, due to which the planning will be not that accurate, or scheduling will be inaccurate. Next is managing cost, that is shrinking profit margin. So basically, in order to manage profit margins, uh, managing operation cost is extremely important, as, as profit margins are directly related to it. But when cost of raw materials, or utility, or fuel, etc., strikes up, the profit margin basically sinks. It's extremely important to keep a check on operation cost. ERP will keep a check on um, ERP will help basically keep a check on all these aspects because all the aspects are maintained in one software. So you have better visibility so that you can actually keep a check on operation cost and actually better manage the profit margin. And also, when all the resources are mapped in single software, you can fully utilize the resources, which actually leads to the profit. Next is meeting customer requirement and expectation. So basically, when a customer places order, you don't have full visibility of what's the high peak sales month, or what's the production which is parallel to that peak month. So basically, when you don't understand the forecast better, or when the production planning or the manufacturing is not in sync with the forecasting, you can't actually meet the customer requirements and expectation. Inaccurate reports, because if you use multiple softwares or if you keep data in excel sheets or some sheets, you can't actually get the 100% accurate report into one sheet. There might be some human error or data discrepancy basically. So inaccurate reporting. So ERP will have so many areas. Basically, you can actually pick and choose what exactly is needed into your ERP system. You may want purchase, sales, and production into one, and they do have different dashboards where you can have better view. User portals will be there, supplier management will be there, time management will be there, so you can plan your business better. So, what are the ERPs available in the market? Oracle, SAP, Zoho, Odoo, Salesforce, and many more. There are plenty of ERP softwares available in the market. But there are also proprietary softwares, and there are open source softwares too. These are few open source software. Of course, there are many open source ERP. One is ERP Next, Odoo, ERP 5. Um, what are the disadvantages of proprietary softwares over open source software? So basically, when you say a proprietary software, it will be designed in certain format, and no business can be 100% similar to other business. There might be some changes. There might be some plus or minus things. So in that case, when a business wants to adapt to certain ERP, maybe let's take its Odoo or SAP. So they want to adapt Oracle ERP. In that case, maybe in their business there is some difference, some customization is needed. But when you go to the adaptation of that ERP, the customization might be very limited. Vendor lock-in is basically when you want to install or implement that ERP into your system, you have to get in touch with third party vendors, and any changes you want to get it done, you have to get it done by them. That is vendor lock-in. High cost, because obviously soul of the software is owned by a company, and it is managed by the third party vendors. The cost will obviously go high. And slow innovation, basically the feature is released by the company, and the vendor should get used to it and upgrade in their system, and then come to customers for upgrading those. Adaptation and licensing. Licensing is one major high cost here. So basically, if you say only 10 people will be using from my system, my side, then you should be able to control that, and only 10 people should be able to use it. So the cost will go high. The vendors lock-in will be pretty much congested, etc. So these are the disadvantages of proprietary softwares. So let's see what are the advantages of open source. So in open source, basically, if you're technically skilled, the source code will be openly available. If you can read the documentation and read the code, it's pretty easy for you to install the ERP. It's not necessary you have to install it in whatever the server they are suggesting. You can install it anywhere. If you prefer third party servers, basically DigitalOcean, S3 Bucket, or Amazon, you can basically host in their server, or if you have a server in house, you can host it there too. That becomes cost efficient. And then you have the source code, the flexibility will be high. And in future, if you want to scale, it's very easy to scale. And then you have great control over customization. Basically, you have the source code, so you can make the customization to whatever extent you want. And then no lock-in period, vendor lock-in. That is basically, if you don't have fully technical skills for that, then you'll go for a vendor and say, okay, I want the implementation. They'll do the implementation at certain cost, and then after a year or two, you want to make some customization, any changes, you don't have to go to the same vendor to get the customization done, because at the end of the implementation you do get your source code, and you have the source code. You can hire internally and get the changes done by them, or you can reach out to any vendor and they can do the customization based on your preference. Yeah, this is the advantages and disadvantages over ERP next proprietary and closed source software, proprietary and open source software. So yeah, um, I think you got a pretty good idea about what exactly ERP means. We'll discuss more about in future. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.